a century-late correction as we launch the largest water and sanitation rehabilitation program in our province's history, now transforming all 41 districts. And alongside this, ladies and gentlemen, only this year, we are building 2,500 model villages, each with complete end-to-end clean drinking water, sanitation networks, ensuring that clean water and dignified sanitation, once seen as privilege, becomes the birthright of every citizen of Punjab. But beyond the numbers lies a truth. This is not just a story of sanitation. It is a story of sovereignty, a story of a developing province that decided not to wait for the world to rescue it, but to rebuild itself. The Sutra Punjab revolution is a proof that climate leadership can rise from the global south. That governance, when powered by empathy, equity, and evidence, can change both systems and souls. We are not just cleaning our streets. We are carving and clearing a path for our future generations, for our children, ladies and gentlemen. We are not just managing waste. We are managing hope. And as we stand here at COP30, I say this with conviction: Punjab's journey is not an end. It is just the beginning. Because when a society turns its waste into worth, its pollution into purpose, and its despair into design, it is not reform. It is a revolution. Through our plastic management cell, more than 2.5 million citizens have pledged to say no to plastic. And ladies and gentlemen, with my education minister, a very vibrant, hardworking, dynamic education minister, sitting here, for the first ever time, Punjab has launched the Waste Wise school certification programs, turning classrooms into living laboratories of sustainability. Students are learning segregation and recycling, and the 422 tons of plastic confiscated under Say No to Plastic campaign are being reborn as recycled bins, as classroom furniture, park benches. Ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed a true transformation from waste to wealth. And I am happy to share that sustainability is no longer just a policy. It has become a social language. Our industries, once symbol of smoke, are now partners in progress. Today, 85% of Punjab's industries open with modern emission control technology, and green financing has helped them transition to cleaner fuels and energy-efficient systems. Under the Chief Minister's climate financing vision, 1% of every project, 1% of every project, and we are doing hundreds, by the way, is now reserved for climate resilience, ensuring that every bridge, every school, and every road that we build carry a green conscience. And as our cities grow, and our systems smarter, Punjab turned once more to its oldest ally, nature itself. Because no climate vision is complete without the forests that protect, the rivers that sustain, and the wildlife that reminds us of beauty and balance. Excellencies, distinguished delegates, if our cities represent resilience, our forests represent renewal. Where once forests stood silent and vulnerable, they now rise in strength and vigilance. Millions of trees have been planted in less than a year. River corridors have been restored and wetlands revived to act as natural lungs and buffers against climate extremes. A dedicated forest protection force patrols these landscapes, equipped with electric bikes, GPS tracking systems, drones, and AI-driven monitoring dashboards. Advanced thermal imaging and early warning sensors detect heat and smoke before the fires spread, giving forests a shield of foresight as well as fires. Every tree and every acre is geotagged, monitored, and connected to a central digital governance system, ensuring transparency, accountability, and ecological resilience. Once the cry of the wild in Punjab was fading, the rivers had grown silent, the forests were shrinking, and the flight of our birds had become a rare sight. But today, the wilderness breathes again. Under the Punjab Wildlife and Biodiversity Revival Programs, we have launched the most ambitious rescue, rehabilitation, and conservation movement in Pakistan's history, a renaissance of compassion and coexistence. Since March 2024, Punjab has led a province-wise operation that has rescued over 35,000 rare birds. And that has rescued 700 animals. With the first ever dedicated bear rehabilitation, the enclosure that we set up at Lahore Safari providing sanctuary to 23 rescued bears, cute ones,